Atlanta police say the two barbers got into a dispute over a client, and one pulled out a gun and shot the other.
I just came across this heartbreaking story. It's terrible. A barber killed a barber over a client. Yes, you heard right. He killed another barber in his shop over a client, you guys. This is the dark side of the industry that nobody talks about, and it's time we start today. Before we dive in, I'm going to finish the rest of this video from Fox 5 Atlanta, just to give you guys the full context of the story, the situation, and what happened.
It happened on Carmia Drive at the popular Camp Creek Marketplace. That's where we find Fox 5's Angelique Proctor live with the latest. Angelique?
Well, good evening to you both. Those who knew both of these barbers are just stunned by this outcome. Now, Atlanta police say the barber who did the shooting actually flagged an officer down and turned himself in.
To find out at the hands of another barber, it just blew me away.
Let me stop right there. Imagine that as the client, like you got an appointment set up. You just hit your barber up the day before. Hey, I'm coming in, bro. I'll see you tomorrow, 4 o'clock. You pull up and there are police cars everywhere. You see them rolling out a body into the back of an ambulance. And then you find out that one of the barbers that you see every 2 weeks has just killed your personal barber. That's mind blowing. Let's get back to it.
Knight had an appointment this afternoon with the man he says was gentle, kind, and a devoted father of 5.
I love his kids. We talk about him all the time. And it just, like I said, I just spoke with him yesterday, and today to find out he was deceased is just shocking to me.
There's absolutely no reason for these two individuals to have lost their lives. Of course, one killed the other, but the other one, he's going to prison, probably for the rest of his life, away from his family, away from this client, away from everything that you worked hard for. This is a 53-year-old man that lost his life to a 39-year-old. These ain't young guys. This ain't a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old fresh out of barber school fighting over a client. The 53-year-old had 5 kids, so he's probably a grandpa. How do we get here? What could take place that would make this individual kill another guy over some money? But this is the dark side of it. We got to remember that everybody in the shop is not for you. And this isn't a scare tactic. This is something that I had to learn working in a shop with men. Everybody's coming from different backgrounds. Everybody has different issues going on at home. People are anxious. The economy is down. Prices are up. The perfect storm of chaos. And now I'm taking it out on another barber. So what I want to talk about today is not just the fact that these things happen, but I do want to give you guys 5 actionable steps that when you're going through some things, it's going to help you check yourself daily. Man, the shop is slow. I got bills that are due. I'm looking at this guy and he's just cutting hair. How do I feel about that as I'm watching him and I'm not working? Or I'm booked up and I'm saying yes to everybody. I'm overworked. I'm the first one in the shop. I'm the last one out. I really don't say no to clients, but I'm not seeing my family. I'm burning out, but I don't want to crash out. These are the conversations that we have to have. It's just not about success and wealth building. Those are a part of it, but this is the flip side. So we got 5 steps that are going to help you guys to do this daily so that you don't end up in a position like this. Step 1. Do a daily emotional check-in. Am I frustrated over my life situation right now? I'm getting ready to go in this barbershop and deal with these individuals. How do I feel? Acknowledging your emotions is the first step to managing them. Don't bury what you feel inside. Acknowledge it, manage it. There was plenty of times where I almost got into fights with the guys in the shop. You never know what somebody is going through. And so there's a risk that you take having a shop of 9 grown men or 9 men and women, however you want to mix it up. Some shops I've seen them have 18 barbers in them. That is a lot of hormones. That's a lot of attitudes. You guys can't just think that because I go to the shop and I apply myself, that everything is going to be fine and dandy. The second step that you guys should take, if you feel like you are overworked, please set boundaries for your time. I have been that barber, fully booked schedule. I played the role of, I won't say psychiatrist, but I'll say therapist. There are plenty of times where I've spent my own time off of the clock counseling men, speaking positivity into their lives, encouraging them, giving advice, being a listening ear, praying with them. I'm getting home at 10 o'clock. I got a wife and kids. Me trying to aid and assist someone else in their life. What am I doing to impact my own negatively? Especially if you're working 5, 6, 7 days a week. Burnout is a real thing. And if you burn out, you won't be of any use to anybody, not your family, not yourself, not your clients. I had a buddy who's a barber as well, and he was cutting a lot of heads. He woke up one morning, this is Texas, so he's got his gun with him. That's the last thing his wife sees, like, oh yeah, he took his gun, everything like he was all good, and he went out the door. Everybody's like, where is he at? He didn't show up to work. She's calling him. He's not answering the phone. This was burnout. He's like, man, I just got to go. I got to get out of here. A wife and kids being left behind. Thankfully, he didn't harm himself, came home later on, but it was just too much. You get the feeling like, man, I'm in a factory pumping them through. Man, that's a lot, guys. Burnout is real. We have to check on our friends, our coworkers. So how do you guys manage your stress? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear how you guys go about doing just that, which brings me into the third point. Communicate with your team. If you guys are feeling tension, and if you feeling like, man, there's something going on between us, I don't know what it is, let's chop it up, bro. Lunch on me. Or shop owner, things ain't really been right around here in the shop. I feel like we need to have a shop meeting so we can clear the air on some things, because it's just not the same atmosphere. You think that people don't like you in the shop, but you never communicate how you felt. After a while, you dread coming to the shop. You feel like, man, they don't like me. Everybody's against me. I'm just trying to grow my business, and they accuse me of stealing clients. You feel that way? I promise you're going to leave the shop. And if you don't learn how to communicate in that instance, you're going to get to the next shop not trusting people. You have the baggage from the last shop, and it's going to be a repeat of that same situation. Most of the time, these conflicts that we're having, they all start from a misunderstanding. Communication. The fourth action that you can take, focus on what you can control. If you're stressed out about money, about the growth, about the different things that are really outside of your control when it comes to the flow walking into the shop, because we know that summer break right after Christmas break can be a slower time for barbers. Those times are going to come. The question is, what do you do in the meantime? What can you change that's in your control to make your situation better? Instead of me sitting around the shop not doing anything, I don't have any appointments yet, I'm not going to come to the shop. No, I'm actually going to come to the shop, and I can watch the barbers that are working. Those are what I call live action YouTube tutorials, especially for you newer guys. People get used to seeing you in the shop. They trust you. Or if you're in an academy, the Bazio mentorship, I could be watching videos. While it's slow, I could be working on my Google reviews. I could be handing out cards. Is my space clean? Am I ready to go when someone does come in? There's a lot of things that you can focus on that's within your grasp. And lastly, invest in your mental health. Find what helps you be grounded. I don't care if that's prayer, meditation, therapy, working out, whatever it is that helps you calm down. Those are the things that I want you to do. Do not be afraid, if you're struggling, to reach out and ask for help, whether that's from the barbers around you, your wife, your parents, the church pastor, your friends, the guy that you work out with every morning in the gym. Open up to somebody. Let them know, this is what I have going on. These are my emotions. Because if you bottle them up, you can very easily end up like one of the two men in this video today. As much as we love being barbers, I have to break it to you. That's not who you are. That's what you do. You are more than that. You're a human being created in the image of God. And this is a reminder that humans have their breaking points, because when you break, it's not good for anybody. Your family needs the best version of you. Stay mindful and take care of yourselves. The better you are, the better the industry will be. Thanks for watching. Peace.